Hello, thrill seekers. Welcome to Cops Camp Criminal Chase.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
If you think American police chases are intense, buckle up for this dashcam footage from Russia. The exact location is unknown, but one thing is clear. The driver of a car carrier truck was as drunk as a Soviet sailor and determined to escape.
Подожди. Давай, пробуй.
Russian officers weren't about to let this dangerous joyride continue. One officer, leaning out of a window like an action hero, started firing shots at the truck's tires. It worked. Soon enough, the tires began to fail, showering the road with sparks.
Подожди, не надо.
With shredded tires, the driver had no choice but to slow down and pull over. When the camera cut back, he was already face down on the pavement, hands behind his back. Fun fact, in Russia, the legal blood alcohol limit is 0.2 grams per deciliter, much lower than the 0.8 gram limit in the US. Safe to say, this truck driver was way over the limit. What you're about to see isn't a Hollywood action flick. It's real-life police chases from around the world, featuring daring getaways, high-speed pursuits, and jaw-dropping maneuvers that rival any blockbuster. Some say this is the throttle, leading the officer on a heart-pounding 6-minute pursuit through busy streets and narrow alleys. dodging traffic, cutting tight corners, and pulling stunts that would put a Hollywood stuntman to shame. The biker seemed unstoppable, but the officer wasn't giving up. As the streets got tighter, the chase reached dangerous new levels. Close calls with buses, red lights ignored, and sharp turns that nearly shook off the officer. Realizing he needed something drastic to escape, the biker dove into residential neighborhoods. He almost pulled it off. One more turn, and he might have disappeared. But his luck ran out. Given his skill and knowledge of the city, this clearly wasn't his first chase. Now, it might be his last.
Acabou, né? Acabou.
Ah, senhor,
Tá da hora.
mulher, senhor, prende essa porra.
Jecói, Vila São Roque, Carapicuíba. Machucou, moço?
Não, não vou fazer nada,
Calma,
senhor.
relaxa.
Fiquei assustado. Você me perdoa?
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
They got the car taken off on me.
Between June 13th and 14th, 2020, Victor Tawee turned Pittsburgh into his own real-life version of Grand Theft Auto. The 28-year-old was out on bail for manslaughter charges in Fresno, California. Instead of showing up to court, he skipped town and returned to Pittsburgh. On the night of the 13th, police caught him mid-carjacking. He fought off the driver, shrugged off a police taser like it was nothing, and hit the gas, disappearing into the night. If you're going to steal a vehicle, maybe pick something a little less conspicuous. Apparently, 32-year-old Chad Murdoch from Cincinnati didn't get the memo. On May 30th, 2023, he went all in and stole a bright yellow school bus in Hamilton County. And guess what? A stolen school bus sticks out a lot. It wasn't long before state police and sheriff's deputies spotted the massive vehicle, and the chase was on. While keeping up with the bus was easy, stopping it was a different story. Ramming it was too dangerous, and a pit maneuver could have ended in disaster. So officers played it smart, staying on his tail and waiting for the right moment. Meanwhile, Chad decided to test the school bus's off-road capabilities by taking a wild detour through a cemetery. Yes, a school bus off-roading through a graveyard, like something out of a movie. Eventually, he ended his joyride in the middle of a rural Ohio farm. Murdoch was arrested and charged with criminal recklessness, resisting law enforcement, and of course, stealing a school bus. He also caused damage to several police vehicles and untold amounts of private property. If only the word discreet had been in his vocabulary. It was the dead of night when an officer spotted something unusual. A Polaris RZR tearing down the road, completely illegally. Flipping on his lights, the officer attempted to pull over the sport side by side. But he had no idea he was about to be in for the ride of his life. The officer quickly realized his squad car was no match for the Polaris RZR's agility and off-road capabilities. The vehicle darted through obstacles effortlessly, proving why the military uses these machines. They're tough, fast, and practically unstoppable. The driver and his girlfriend, with a case of beer in tow, had the perfect getaway vehicle. No matter how hard the officer tried, they kept slipping away. Eventually, the officer had no choice but to give up the chase, knowing it was only a matter of time before they disappeared into the night. On September 23, 2024, in Crawford County, Arkansas, state troopers found themselves in a high-speed showdown with two dangerous Florida drug traffickers. Derek Scudder and Matthew Bunch were on the move, transporting a massive shipment of meth and fentanyl across state lines, and they weren't planning on stopping. The chase began when Arkansas State Trooper Derek Neer spotted Scudder's black Chevrolet Tahoe speeding down Highway 64. Scudder pulled off reckless driving maneuvers in a desperate attempt to stay ahead of Trooper Neer, but his wild driving only made things worse. The damage to his Tahoe became so severe that it forced him to slow down just enough for Neer to close in. The chase continued as Scudder tried every trick in the book to shake his pursuer, but the trooper wasn't giving up.
He's in another vehicle, still going. I'm not sure. I think
There's a tractor up here. Be careful.
we're making a turn. He's correct that. Copy right down.
Eventually, realizing he couldn't outrun the law on wheels, Scudder made a last-ditch effort. He bailed out of the car and took off on foot through a small neighborhood. But officers were right behind him, and it wasn't long before they had him cornered. Meanwhile, his partner in crime, Matthew Bunch, wasn't faring any better. After leading officers on his own high-speed chase through northern Arkansas, he lost control and crashed into another car on Interstate 40. Police quickly swarmed the scene, placing him under arrest. When officers searched both vehicles, they uncovered a deadly stash: 240 pounds of meth and 2 kilograms of fentanyl. To put that into perspective, just 1 kilogram of fentanyl has the potential to kill 500,000 people. According to the DEA, the syndicate had enough fentanyl to wipe out the entire city of Little Rock. Twice, Scudder and Bunch were charged with multiple federal felonies, including drug trafficking, fleeing, and reckless driving. They were each held on a $2 million bond, ensuring that their dangerous run came to a swift and permanent end. On December 5th, 2023, Miami-Dade County Police pursued a stolen utility van speeding south on I-95. The story behind this wild ride: the driver had just escaped from a nearby mental health facility, making his getaway on foot until he stumbled upon a car dealership, with a van conveniently left unlocked and with the keys inside. Spotting the stolen van was easy, and highway patrol officers quickly caught up, kicking off a high-speed chase down the Florida freeway.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Speak.
Stand forward, send it. Stand forward. Back up, ma'am. Back up. God damn. Show me your hands. We need EMS out here immediately. Driver's unresponsive, trapped.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
Yeah, but that's correct.
I'm gonna move forward. One person in the vehicle, unresponsive. Subject's unconscious, one person in the vehicle, it's a Honda Accord.
Come here.
Start fire. Hey, if you put a gun on him, I'll see if I can get the door open. You want to move to the front? Can you? You want to move to the front so I don't